Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the Retro Flower Wall Hanging Crochet Along. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be working through the Retro Flower Wall Hanging pattern together, and 2 new videos will go up each week. So on Monday and Thursday, and we will be working a few rows of the pattern at each time, roughly about, I want to say about 15 rows per video. This is going to be in 4 parts. And there is absolutely no pressure to finish this project by the end of this video series. Feel free to pause and come back and save this video and work at the pace that works best for you. You do not have to, again, finish this wall hanging by the end of the series. Please take your time, especially if this is a newer project to you or color changing is something that is fairly new to you. Also, feel free to share any progress on Instagram by tagging me at LevinStitch with 2 H's and using hashtag LevinStitch. If you're following along with this video at a later time, please feel free to share your progress as well. You do not need to share your progress with everyone or as the videos are being uploaded. Please feel free to share it anytime you come across this video. I would love to see it regardless, especially the colors that you decide to use. That is always something that interests me, to see what color combinations you guys decide to use. It is so much fun, and I get so inspired by you guys. Along with the video series, the pattern will be written on the screen, but if you would like to follow along with a written pattern, please feel free to use the free version on my blog, or you can use the printable ad-free version in my Etsy shop. Again, that is completely up to you. The pattern will be displayed on the screen in a perfect view right here for you, so you can follow the instructions completely through this video series, so you do not need a written pattern. All right, and now with that being said, let's go ahead and go over everything you'll need to complete this project. Okay, so to be able to follow along with this crochet along, this is what you're going to need to be able to finish the project. What you're going to need is 2 different color yarns. It doesn't matter, what yarn, what weight you would like to use, as long as you have the corresponding crochet hook, but you will need about 120 yards of each color to complete the wall hanging and the fringe. You will also need a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, or again, the crochet hook that corresponds with your weight of yarn. I typically like to go down a hook size just to keep it a little bit tighter. That's just my preference, but that is totally up to you. You will need a pair of scissors or snippers just to, color change or trim as you go along. Feel free to use any scissors that you like. These are just what works best for me. You will also need a yarn needle, which I don't have out right now, but that is just for weaving in the ends once we finish up the pattern. And you will also need a dowel rod or a tree branch cut to size so we can hang the finished project on the branch. And before we get started, I did want to go over a few notes for the pattern to make it a little bit easier for you to work through as we go along. I will go ahead and list these notes on the screen now so you can follow along with me as I read them off. This wall hanging will be worked in rows, so we will be chaining and turning after each row. The wall hanging is worked from the bottom up, so we will be working from the bottom of the wall hanging to the top of the wall hanging. The first stitch of each row should be placed in the same stitch as the turning chain, which I will show you a little bit more of a visual once we get there. The turning chain does not count as the first stitch of the row, so the first stitch of the row will be the stitch that we place in the same stitch as the turning chain, which again I will go ahead and explain further on once we work through the pattern. The pattern is written as so, and this is how it's going to be written on the screen as we work along. It is going to be the number of crochet stitches or single crochet stitches followed by a color abbreviation in parentheses, and I went ahead and placed a example on the screen for you so you're able to see the visual of what that would look like. The odd rows are going to be the right side facing rows, the even rows will be the wrong side. And the final dimensions of this wall hanging is going to vary depending on what weight of yarn and what brand of yarn you use. but for me it came out to be about 12.5 inches wide by 11.5 inches long, if you want to use that for a reference. Again, gauge does not matter in this pattern. It can be any length or width that you choose. Again, it's going to vary depending on what yarn you use. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the pattern. All right, so before we get started with the pattern, I did want to reiterate one more thing because I keep forgetting and remembering it as I'm getting ready to work. The way this pattern is going to be written is based off the colors that I'm going to be using. So B will be blue, G will be green. Again, if you want to follow along with the written pattern that I have for free on my blog, or the PDF version that I have available in my Etsy shop that also has a chart that goes along with it, feel free to do so. But like I said, the written pattern is going to be written somewhere on the screen here for you to follow along. But I just wanted to give that quick note that when I say B, it'll be blue, G will be green. Feel free to follow with the same colors. You do not have to. You can follow with any color that you would like. All right, so to get started, I'm going to be starting with my blue color. All right, get this out of the way. Start off with the slip knot. Let me move closer here. Oh. All right, and we are going to start with a chain of 53. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 32, 33, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. All right, and then working back along the foundation chain, we're going to, I personally like to work my foundation row through these back loops along the back side of the chain. Feel free to work the traditional way by just inserting the hook into that chain there, but again, I'm going to be working through the back clump. I feel like it gives a nicer appearance and it's easier for me to find the stitches once I attach the fringe later on. So we're going to be placing our first single crochet in the second chain from the hook, which is going to be right here. All right, and then we're going to be working a single crochet in the next 25 chains. So you should have 25 in this blue color. So go ahead and work those. stitches too far here. So let's recount again. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And this is going to be the stitch before our first color change. So I'm going to do an incompleted single crochet, and this is where you are going to decide how you would like to do your color changes. You can use the tapestry crochet method where you carry everything along. You can use the intarsia method where you drop your non-working yarn. You can use bobbins or different balls of yarn to complete those color changes, or you can use the cut and tie method, which is the method that I'm going to be using today. It's just my preferred method of color changing, but please don't feel like you have to use this method. I do have videos on my channel for showing you how to do each of those 3 different color changes if you need a reference. So please feel free to pause this video and go watch those if you need to, and just come back when you're ready. But now that we've done the 26 in the blue color, I'm going to attach my green color here, finish that single crochet, and then I'm going to finish off this row with another 26 single crochet in this green color. All right, so I'm coming up on the last single crochet of the row, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off. This is always the most difficult for me because I can never find that last one. There we go. Finish that off, and I'm just going to go ahead and count very quickly just to make sure I have 26 of this green color. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26. All right, and this is what you should have for row 1. Just 26 blue, 26 green. Now working with row 2, we are going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to be following along the exact same color pattern that we just did. So we're, instead of working 26 blue and then 26 green, we're going to be working 26 green and 26 blue. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, and again, I wanted to show you where that first stitch goes. So this first chain does not count as the first stitch of the row. The first stitch of the row is going to be placed right here in this stitch connected to the chain 1. And that's going to give a nice straight edge to your wall hanging when it's completed. So again, that's where that first stitch of each row goes. I'm going to be doing 26 in this green color. And if you notice that your work is starting to curl a little as you work, do not fret. That is just how it is when you start off a project or a new project. The first couple rows will be a little wonky in shape, but as you work, it'll start to flatten out and straighten out. All right, I'm coming to the last green stitch. So I'm going to do an incomplete single crochet, detach my green, attach my blue, finish off this stitch, and then work 26 single crochet in this blue color until the end of the row. And if you see me periodically wiping stuff off of my table, it's because I'm getting dog hair everywhere because my dog is shedding very bad right now. So her hair is everywhere. And by the end of this series, I might just have a whole dog's worth of hair on my table and on my floor, which is kind of gross. All right, coming up on the last 2 stitches of this row. All right, and I'm going to pause and pull this tail back to the wrong side. And again, if you're using any other color changing method other than cut and tie, you don't have to do that. You can skip that step. All right, row 3. Oh, sorry, I got my little cheat sheet here that I'm referencing because I can't remember my own patterns. There we go. All right, and then for row 3, we're going to be working back. Wait, what? Yeah. No. Yeah, row 3. We're going to be working back down and then working 26 blue, 26 green. So again, the same color pattern. I think the landscapers just started, so I am so sorry if you hear them. I tried to time this video to where they wouldn't be working today as I'm doing this video, but I obviously timed it very wrong. Go figure. All right, so we are coming up on the last blue stitch before we change back to the green. Right, and then again, just following along the same color pattern, we're going to be working at 26 single crochet back down the row. a second. Oh, that's why. It seemed like I kept looking at my pattern and I kept thinking that I got my color abbreviations wrong, and I'm like, why does that look wrong to me from the pattern? Oh, it is. Oh, well. So I'm going to be working backwards. That's fine. So hopefully I don't screw this up. All right. And I think I forgot to pull a color from this side back to this side. Let's see if we can fix this. Okay. Now we're in business. So this is what you should have for row 3. And then row 4, this is going to be the last row of this color design. Oh, I'm going to get all this dog hair off. And again, if you can hear the landscapers, I am so sorry. But again, if you can't hear me, I will have the pattern written up on the screen. And there they go. So again, for this, this is going to be the last row of this color pattern. So I'm going to do 26 in green. All right, coming up on the last stitch here before the color change. Change back to blue. And then finish this row out with 26 single crochet in blue. Coming up on the last 2 stitches of the row. Right, and this is what you should have for row 4. All right, and in the next row, we're going to be starting with the flower design. So row 5, we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to do 7 single crochet in blue. We're going to change colors. Going to do 4 single crochet in green. Change back to blue. Do 4 single crochet in blue. Switch back to green. Four single crochet in green. And finishing off this box with 7 single crochet in blue. All right, and then working through the next box. Do 7 single crochet in green, four single crochet in blue, four single crochet in green, four single crochet in blue, okay, and then finishing this row off with 7 single crochet in green. All right, and this is what you have for row 5. And again, you do not have to change colors the same way that I am. Feel free to change colors in any way that works best for you or is the most efficient for you. Believe it or not, this is actually the fastest way for me to change colors. I cannot stand juggling a bunch of balls of yarn or bobbins. So this is my preferred method of color changing. But again, feel free to use any method that you would like. Okay, now for row 6, we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to be working 6 in green, 6 in blue, 2 in green, 6 in blue, 2. We're going to finish this square off with 6 in green. Right. Continuing on with the next square, we are going to do 6 in blue, 6 in green, 2 in blue, 6 in green. Okay, and we are going to finish this row off with 6 in blue. And for those that might be wondering why I use this particular method, because I am very well aware of how messy it looks, even though it looks a little crazy from the back, and I'm going to trim these as I go along after a couple of rows, but I find that the front of the work just has such a beautiful, clean, crisp finish on the front when I use this method. Before I trim them, I give them a nice tug and tighten them as I go along, and there isn't any other colors bleeding through. I don't have any tension issues while working, let's say, the tapestry crochet method, where things can get a little bit bulky if you're carrying multiple colors of yarn as you work. So that is my little explanation for why I use this crazy, sometimes time-consuming method. All right, so let's go ahead and chain 1 and turn for round 7. We're going to be working 5 in blue. We're going to be working 16 in green. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then we're going to finish off this square with 5, sorry, 5 single crochet in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna unsqueak my hook. I don't know if you know this, it's kind of gross, but if you want your hook to stop squeaking while you're using acrylic yarn, just give it a little rub on your scalp. I know it sounds gross, but the oils from your scalp help to kind of lubricate your hook so it stops squeaking, and I cannot for the life of me imagine editing this video and having to listen to that god-awful squeaking of my hook for like 40 minutes. That is a literal nightmare. Okay, so moving on to the next square, we're going to be working 5 in green. Oop. 16 in blue. 14, 15, and 16. We are going to finish this row off with 5 single crochet in green. right, and this is what you should have for row 7. All right, working on to row 8, chain 1, turn. And we're going to be using the same color design working forward for the next 2 rows. So it'll be 5 green, 16 blue, 5 green, 5 blue, 16 green, 5 blue. So nice, easy couple of rows. Coming up, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love these rows where all you have to do is follow along with the row you just completed. So you don't really have to think about it. You can just do, which is always nice. Because sometimes with super complicated patterns, you have to keep paying attention. Did I miss a stitch? Oh my goodness, I think I missed a stitch. Hold on. We gotta backtrack. I literally think I missed a stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Well, that's embarrassing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sound off in the comments who caught that I missed a stitch. I would love to know if you guys caught that before I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ooh, that was tight, but I made it work. Okay. And then let me just finish this off real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How embarrassing. Well, at least I caught it now before working another, 10 rows and realizing there's a big old hole in my project. I would literally cry. All right, so working back down row 8. Let's try this again. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I need to do some tightening up here. Pull this out because I messed up. I think it's because I'm talking. So it's your fault. I'm just kidding. I get so easily distracted. Okay. Let's try this again. All right, 16 in blue. And my hook is, this is just going so well. Now my hook's squeaking again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, finishing out this square with 5 single crochet in green. 4, 5. Moving on to the next square. 5 in blue. 2, 4, 5. Do 16 in green. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, and then finishing out this row with 5 blue. I'm going to go through, pull all my ends through. And if you are following along with the same color changing method that I am using, every even row I have to pull these ties from the right side row to the wrong side row, because the right side rows are odd rows, wrong side rows are even. So this is what you should have for row 8. We have almost the entire bottom half of the flowers for the first 2 squares down at the bottom. All right, for row 9, chain 1, turn. All right, and following the same color pattern that we've been doing for the past 2 rows, we're going to do 5 blue, 16 green, and finishing off this square with 5 blue, moving on to the next square with 5 green, oops, 16 blue, right, and then finishing off this row with 5 in green. All right, and this is what you should have for row 9. Right, moving on to row 10, we'll chain 1 and turn. We're going to do 6 single crochet in green, I'm going to do 14 single crochet in blue, finish out this square with 6 single crochet in green. Oop, I missed one. Did I miss one? Oh no, I just confused myself. 6, single crochet in green. Moving on to the next square. That's 6 single crochet in blue. $14 single crochet in green. I've got to get a new crochet hook because this one just will not stop squeaking. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I've pretty much obliterated this hook by now. I just refuse to go and get new ones. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix. I like my hooks. I have an unhealthy attachment to my hooks. It could be broken in half and I'll still use it. 14. And then finishing off this row with 6 single crochet in blue. 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull these ties to the wrong side of the work. And give a little sweep with all the dog hair. All right, and then this is what you should have for row 10. Moving on to row 11. Do chain 1, turn. I'm going to do 7 single crochet in blue. Going to do 5 single crochet in green. 4, 5, and now we're going to get started on the center of the flower. So we're going to be working 2 single crochet in blue. 5 single crochet in green. 3, 4, 5, and finishing off this square with 7 single crochet in blue. Now you can see we're starting to get that roundness of the bottom of the flower, so it's cool to see the image starting to come through. All right, now working on the next square. I'm going to be working 7 single crochet in green. 5, 6, 7, 2 single crochet in green. 2, 5 single crochet in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then finishing off this row with 7 single crochet in green. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right, and this is what you should have for row 11. All right, for row 12, we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to do 5 single crochet in green, 5, 6 single crochet in blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 single crochet in green. And if you can hear the landscapers, I'm so sorry. They're like going to town right in front of my house now. Such bad timing. 3, 4, 2, 6 in blue. 4, 5, 6. We're going to finish this square off with 5 single crochet in green. Right, and then working on the next square. I'm going to do 5 single crochet in blue. And if you hear any slurping sounds, that is not me. It's my dog, Jill. I think her feet might be a little itchy, so if you hear her, she's just licking her feet. We're going to do 6 in green, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 single crochet in blue. 4, 2, 6 single crochet in green, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then finishing off this row with 5 single crochet in blue. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull these through. And this is what you should have for row 12. So we're starting to see the little flowers show through now. All right, for row 13, chain 1 turn. I'm going to do 4 single crochet in blue. Six single crochet in green. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 single crochet in blue. 4, 5, 6. 2, 6 single crochet in green. 2, finishing off this square with 4 single crochet in blue. 2, 3, 4. Moving on to the next square. We'll do 4 single crochet in green. 6. Single crochet in blue. 6 single crochet in green. 6 single crochet in blue. 'Right, and then I'm finishing off this row with 4 single crochet in green. All right, and this is what you should have for row 13. I think we'll do 2 more rows for part 1 of this crochet along, and then we'll continue on to row 16 in part 2 of this crochet along. I just don't want this video to be like an hour long. It might be once I go back and edit it, but I just don't want to lose you guys. Even though, if you're working this at a later time, you know, feel free to work at your own pace, come and go as you please. You know, it's totally fine. But, again, I just don't, to be honest, I don't really want to edit a video that's an hour long. My attention span is that of an ant. I cannot. It's ridiculous. All right, row 14, we're going to do 3 single crochet in green. 7 single crochet in blue, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 single crochet in green, 7 single crochet in blue, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then finishing this square off with 3 single crochet in green. All right, and then moving on to the next square. Start with 3 single crochet in blue, 3, 7 single crochet in blue, 6 single crochet in blue, 7 single crochet in green, 6, 7, and then finishing this row with 3 single crochet in blue. Pull all of these. Ties to the wrong side of my work. And this is what you should have for row 14. And we're going to get started on row 15, which is going to be the last row for part 1. And again, we'll pick up with row 16 on with part 2. So row 15, chain 1 and turn. We're going to do 3 single crochet in blue, 8 single crochet in green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to do 3 single crochet I'm sorry, 4 single crochet. I'm sorry, 4 single crochet in blue, 3, 4, 8 a single crochet in green, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then finishing this square off with 3 single crochet in blue, 2, 3. Moving on to the next square, 2, 3 single crochet in green, 8 single crochet in blue, 4 single crochet in green, 4, 8 a single crochet in blue, 8, and then finishing off this row with 3 single crochet in green. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and this is what you should have for row 15. So I think we made very good progress in part 1. You can see we've already have a little bit more than half of the flower done of the first 2 boxes on the bottom of the wall hanging. So I am super happy with the progress that we've made. Make sure you check back to make sure that you have the same image as me on my piece. And I'm going to go ahead and go, and I will see you guys in part 2 next week, where we will pick up at row 16. All right, I'll see you then. Bye.